Hey guys, so we are officially in week 3. And I decided to change things up this week and do a couple spreads instead of like focusing on each individual day. So a week is in one video instead of in separate videos. That wasn't conducive to the way I work. It was super late. This is super late. But it's going to be done. That's what's important. Okay, so the prompts of this week 3, is trash to treasure, favorite supplies, in the garden, morning, monochrome, layered, and borders. So right now I am working on monochrome. I chose blue because like out of my scraps, that's like the most prominent color. So I try to stick mostly to blue. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm totally obsessed with this scissor set. This, I don't know. I use it for, I can't cut straight lines if you can tell. I use it for like making stamps too. And I'm obsessed with it. Like every time I make one of these videos, I pull these scissors out. I have like 6 others that do a fancy dancy patterny thingy, cutty edginess. But I just end up reaching for these. So it's like, okay, whatever. Okay. So I decided to make tags for my monochrome. And I realized while doing Junk Journal July that I don't just make one thing. Like if I'm making ephemera, I like make like 50 of them. Okay, maybe not 50. I make like 3 to 5. And then it's like it makes the video extra long. And it's like it's not necessary because some of it I just put back in my stash because I'm not actually really using it. So I stuck with 2 this time. So while I cut these, what is up, everyone? How are you? Are you still doing Junk Journal July? Are you behind like I am? Actually, today I filmed I filmed this week's, and then I also filmed next week's. So I got them done. And I feel pretty darn proud of myself because, yeah, the second to last week, I mean, like, technically, if you go by weeks, the last day, which is Reflections on the 31st, is by itself because it's on a separate week. And I haven't figured that one out yet because I think I want to just do a video on Reflections. I just want to talk about it. I don't think I'm going to actually put it in my junk journal because maybe I'll write a reflections or like a bullet point of what I've learned doing this. But I've learned a lot. So I'm pretty excited. I can't believe like we're on day 23 and I'm still doing like, oh my God. The first time I did YouTube, I don't think I stuck it out this long. I think life got in the way and I had to start working again. Or I don't remember. And it just couldn't happen. So, these books are from that vintage looking sticker book again. I'm trying to learn to use up my supplies instead of buying more, which, I mean, be proud of me. And I did go to Michael's a couple days ago to pick up some more UV resin because my sister's dog died. And my niece and nephew wanted to have his fur forever memorialized in resin. I have a whisker of my late cat's. That's what started it. I had to redo it. The first time I did it. Do you know white dog hair is the hardest thing to resin? Like, these ones did not turn out good. And the second go around, which is sitting outside right now, being cured by the sun, they're not good either. But they're way, way better than the first time I tried. So I am happy about that. Actually, like my late cat fur, because I'm sending my ex a pendant with her fur in it because he loved her to death. Like, they were the best of... If she chose, she would have chose him. Like, immediately. Like, they loved each other so much. So I wanted to give him some of her fur, too, because, like, that was his first real pet. And the loss of Meow was really hard on both of us. So we're not together, obviously. But I think that he deserves to have some piece of her more than just pictures. So I'm going to start crying. Whew, it's an emotional week. Moving on. So, I mean, these aren't completely monochromed tags. Like, there's black and, like, there's, like, reflections on their dresses and stuff. But I tried to stick with blue as best I can. Like, can't fault me. I make my own rules, yo. Woo! No, I'm kidding. Well, I mean, I'm not kidding, but I'm kidding about the way I said it. Oh, I guess I didn't mention that this is a 30-minute video, so you guys should probably pause and go get a coffee, because you're in it to win it at this point. So again, with trying to, that's where I was going. So when I went to go pick up UV resin earlier that day, I was on, I almost said Pinterest, Instagram, and some Michaels have their Halloween stuff already. And I have a weakness towards Halloween craft supplies. Like, the biggest weakness. I have a bin in my shelving unit that's just Halloween craft supplies. Not to mention a couple big bins in the garage with the actual Halloween stuff, like costumes and everything, of Halloween craft supplies. I'm slightly... No, I am 100% hardcore Halloween all year round. Like, if I could, I would, but I am not that goth at heart. I mean, I'm a little bit, but not like that hardcore. So, it's not there. But I was so bummed, though, because my Michaels has nothing. Like, so I just grabbed the resin and I left. So hopefully soon we'll get it. I mean, it's good because I don't have money to spend on supplies, art supplies. So it's like I'm really urging to use what I got. I'm really urging myself to make a ton of journals with everything I have. Just keep making, and selling all of it, except for like the ones that I'm really using. Oh, right here I'm doing the trash to treasure. I use junk mail and that pink, like, gum wrapper looking thing is actually from a ASMR toy that my niece had. So, and it's pinkish, purplish, and it's all shimmery, and I love it. So I kept it. And then the window piece is from a box of noodles, as you can tell. I didn't use all the pieces. I never do. I end up grabbing more than I need, but I think that's just to give me a little bit more variety. So I'm making a pocket out of this envelope. It's not my best work, but, that's what I was going to say. So yeah, I'm so proud of myself because, like, I haven't done art. Well, I mean, I do art every day, but I haven't done, like, finished pieces per se and, like, consistently in so long. And having this YouTube definitely, me and Mike not able to cut straight, has done what I wanted it to do. The reason I started the YouTube was to push myself to make more, and not just like make more, but to like actually complete things. So like, I mean, my printer's dead, 100% dead, and so I have to wait to print photos. I can't afford to like order photos pre-printed for me from like Walgreens or anything right now, so I have to rely on me and my ink. And yeah, our printer, it was really weird. Every time I used it, I kept smelling like electrical, like really bad. And so finally I was like, I don't know what it is. I think it's a printer. So I unplugged it and I haven't smelled it since. My mom thinks it was like, she thinks it needs to be blown out or something, but I'm like, I don't think that's what it is. I think it's ready to die and I don't want it to explode. So yeah, it's off, but eventually I'll print photos and fill this journal with photos from 2021. That's my dream, at least. We'll see what happens. It's become more of an art junk journal than a memory keeping junk journal, even though it does have meow in the front of it. And I do plan to make her charm, I think, an actual like charm to put like on the junk journal. Which, speaking of that, I need to get into making charms. I have so much. My mom went through a phase. My mom went through a phase where she really wanted to bead for whatever reason. It lasted 2 days. I don't know how long it lasted. It did not last very long. And then when we moved in together, I was like, you have so many beads. So now I need to sit down and figure, oh my God, watch, shut up. I need to sit down and figure out how to make junk journal charms and planner charms because I have so many. They need to be used. So this pocket is the Trash to Treasure pocket. So far we've done 2 out of 7 of the prompts this week. And I kind of like the idea that, like, I was really feeling the butterflies and, like, because, like, in the garden is, excuse me, in the garden is I have a couple bugs, and so then I was, like, pulling out all of the bugs, because that's what you do when you don't know what you're going to do. I plan to a point for these prompts. I plan them out to a point. And sometimes I'll plan, like, an idea, like, I want to make it look like this, but I won't plan specifics. So then when it comes down to it, it's all intuition. I just do what feels right, which sucks sometimes because then I'm like, I don't know what to do. And then I sit there and tap my fingers 500 times and I'm like, I don't know what to make. Oh my gosh. But I mean, that's what happens. So, my YouTube will change. I've been slowly developing a obsession with watching how to run a YouTube channel and how to improve the videos. Not the ones on, what's the word? Monetizing them. I'm so sorry, you guys. If you're yawning because of me, I apologize. My brain broke. So I did this. Oh, it's also like double pocket, so I could put the things together, the tags, those words, okay, into it. So now I'm marking off that I did Trash to Treasure. Now, yeah, so I would like my YouTube videos to be monetized in the future, but honestly, I'm shit with money and math and, like, not money, like, I shit at having it, but I'm shit at trying to understand it. So in order for me to, if I do end up being monetized, and I guess I have an Etsy, so I should just, like, learn this anyway. I am 100% confused at how taxes work. I have, like, 600 articles that I still need to sit down and read. But I know that, like, I have a limit, and I haven't sold anything on my Etsy yet, and I've had it open for, like, a month now, or so it feels. It feels like a freaking month. I think I opened it on the 21st of June. I can't even remember. I have not sold anything. I have promoted. I'll probably do a back to school sale August 20th. I'm not saying for sure right now. We'll see, because I have a couple a couple Halloween journals and a couple Christmas journals, and then like 5 daily December journals that I want to make. I have, like, them separated out. I just haven't sat down and pulled out the papers and cut them down to size and made the books and everything, because I think I need coffee dye, but blah, 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 blah. So I'm hoping to get those up soon, but my life is kind of, like, screaming right now, with stress and money and everything, because that's what 28-year-olds have to stress about. But things are changing. I'm possibly getting a new car this weekend, thanks to my sister helping me out. And so I'll be able to, so I'll start applying today for, like, I don't know. I'm, like, nervous about saying it. I'm going to start looking at other jobs because my job doesn't pay enough. And actually, we're paid less than, like, McDonald's and other fast food and, well, basically any other job that there is. So I have to start looking for another job against my will. I love my job. I love what I do, but I just can't afford to continue doing it. And the main reason I stuck with it is I work from home, and my car died in February, and I had to sell it to a junkyard because it died. So my sister's she wants to buy a car anyway, another car anyway, and she's going to loan it to me until I can afford my own car. So it's really nice, and it helps me out a lot, and I'm super grateful. So got to get those job applications in. Somebody's doing some type of lawn mowing or chainsawing. You can hear it. Whew. And I have to work in less than an hour. I decided Sunday I was, like, super exhausted, and when it's really slow they'll let us take early outs at my job, and so I took most of Sunday off, but I have to make up the time that I missed. So I gotta work a bunch today. But it's been ongoing all day. My cat got me up at like 6:30. I did some of my normal morning routines. Oh, this is for in the garden. Yeah, this is for in the garden. I love this little picture of like the two fairies. I thought it was super cute. And then like they have like fruit and like veggies around them and bugs because in the garden. So yeah, so I did my normal routine and then I got up and I'm really sorry. Okay. I got up, did my normal routine. I said 15 times where I fill out my planner, pay bills, fill out my Luminary handbook, and I planned my day per se and like planned out all the video thingies that I needed to do, the resin thing, things I need to list for sale, all that fun stuff. And I played Sims because that's how I wake up. I literally I know I need to find other games to play, but it's just nothing that's like as laid back as Sims. So I play Sims in the morning, and then I get to work. And I did not want to get to work today at all. Like it had to be that moment where I was like, it was like 10:30, and I was like, oh my god, I don't want to do anything. And then I was like, no, we're gonna get up, we're gonna do something now. And I forced myself to get up, and I forced myself into the garage, and I got the resin done, and then I set it out in the sun because I use UV resin because I can't mix no matter what I do. I've wasted like $40 in resin alone because I cannot for the life of me get the the amounts right when pouring them and mixing them, and I had to throw away so much. It was so bad. So now I use UV resin exclusively when I do resin. I don't resin very often. I would like to resin charms for journals and planners, and that's about as far as it is. I don't think I would have actually done what I've done so far, or I don't think I would have actually gotten back into it if it wasn't for the fact that my niece and nephew wanted to memorialize their dogs. So they're lucky. I love them. I'm willing to do it for them. And I also did my dog because he's 15 and, he's going to leave me one day and I'm not ready for it. And it's going to be sooner than I think because animals' lives go away in a blink of an eye and I just hate it. So I did some of his hair too because I was like, well, might as well. I didn't do Winifred's, but that's just because she's one and she's not allowed to get sick or anything. So she better stay healthy forever. Right now I am doing the morning prompt. And I actually like what I did. I turned these circles into coffee cups because I'm obsessed with coffee. And then after I did that, I didn't make sense anymore. 100% did not make sense. I put these owls under them. And then they say hello fresh. And they have a flower. It doesn't make sense. But you know what? It's my art. So it doesn't really have to make sense. It can make sense to me. And that's about it. Like, that's all I should care about. But I don't know, I was just like, I was in the zone. How about that? That is what it was, is I was in the zone of making these pages and trying to use up these stickers because everything just sits and, I'm sorry, everything just sits and doesn't get used and I don't like it anymore. And my sister is prompting me to do like craft lots and see if people will just come buy my stuff and like, that's fine. I get that. But she's also not crafty at all. So she doesn't understand, like, I love this stuff. And I'd rather take the time and make things and sell the things I make than just sell all of the pads of paper and all of the pencils and all of the stickers. And so it's just definite difference of opinion on that. But that's fine. I'm ready for another cup of coffee, but first let's get through this voiceover. We only have 10 minutes left. So, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking, guys. Some of my ideas are really cool. Like, I kind of bummed that I didn't do a lot more memory keeping in this, but I don't, like, I have 1,000,006 photos. It's not that. It's just literally the printing part. Like, I just can't print them right now. So, I could have, drawn things and watercolored things, but I just don't, like, as much as I want to, I just don't do that. And wow, my eyelashes are falling out. I just rubbed my eye. As much as I want to, my junk journal is more collage than art journal, but it's just, I'm trying to break out of that. I want to do art more, so I want to do, like, real art journaling. I just feel like my art journaling, I feel like everything I make sucks, but, like, isn't that normal? Like, everything we make in the beginning always sucks terribly, and then, like, we start to learn. I mean, I watched a few videos, and, like, they were always, like, everybody's like, yeah, the first 15 videos you make are going to be terrible, but that shouldn't stop you from making videos. And I'm like, yeah, all of my videos are terrible. Yay, they're going to get better. And just watching and learning what people are doing and talking about is definitely helping. I do need to start using my actual digital camera, my DSLR, because it just sits there since I don't do photography anymore, and my tripod and everything, and, like, actually do things. I want to get better at my thumbnails for sure. So that's probably an August thing. I think I'm going to get through this junk journal in July and just change it. Like, so I just want to adapt. That's all I'm doing, is I need to adapt more to better. Oh my gosh. I need to adapt more to better everything when it comes to YouTube making. But as I was trying to say earlier, is this is a hobby of mine, and it's more of a push to learn new skills and to create more things. So as much as, like, making money is awesome from YouTube, I'm not, like, here to make money from YouTube. I'm here to push myself to do better, to make more, to share with the world what I can do, while asking myself, what can I do? And I don't know, I think my stuff is cute. I have no idea what we're going to do for August, except for I have things written down. Like, I literally have a notebook just full of ideas. And I will get around to using them. I want to do tutorials and things like that. So it's just a matter of being able to take the time and do it. And we'll see how things go, because obviously my schedule now will change, that I have now for recording will end up changing. And so we'll see, because, like, Fridays are the best for me to record because my mother's not home, so then I have no interruptions while I record, besides the occasional all the time Winifred. So right here I am doing the borders, layered, and favorite supplies. So I'm making a border across these 2 pages. I know the picture looks really weird. I don't actually understand it, but it was from the book. It was a, oh my God, what's the word? It was this book that I deconstructed book, like, it was just in terrible condition. There we go, those words. So I took them and I made a junk journal. It's called The Cat's Eyewitness, and probably say this every video. And some of the pictures are really weird, but I wanted to include them in the thing. I think it's like a corgi and 2 cats attacking a man. So I mean, like, if that's not life, I don't know what is. Either way. So this is also, okay, so I thought I showed you the supplies. I might have, and I just was looking away at the moment. But the supplies, my favorite supplies right now, is the Crayola markers, People of the World. And so what I did, which when I originally started this video and it got scrapped, and I restarted it with this idea to do multiple pages and, like, multiple prompts on the same page kind of situation. I would take the Crayola markers, and these pages that are dyed and being torn. And I would scribble on that We Are Memory Keeper glass pad and then spray water and smush. I love doing the smush. No matter what I'm using, I love the smush. It's a fun way of getting weird designs and patterns and being messy. And the colors, I'm so sorry, guys. Whew. The colors that the people of the world come with, the skin colors, like, they're beautiful. Oh. Like, they're super, super beautiful. I love the colors so much. Like, I reach for them all the time. I mean, I go between Tombow markers, which I have a, like, plethora of colors, and then these, these Crayola markers, and I love everything about them. So I just wanted to use them as my favorite supplies. This green, though, was actually not really part of it. I just felt like I needed to use it. It was a Tim Holtz Distress Oxide, and you can see, like, the tab got stuck in there because it doesn't like this paper, and my tab punch is dull. And I ended up not using these pieces because I just didn't care for them. They didn't go with what I was doing, and I need to learn to stay within frame. Today, though, I did pull in the table. Like, I bought, I might be wrong on what it's called, the Kensington, maybe, or Kingston table, and it's like a craft table. It's on a cart, and it has 2 leaves on it, so you can lift it up. So you get it from Michael's for like $100. I bought it and loaned it to my mom to use for when she was doing diamond painting, because she did that a lot at one point. And it's been sitting in the living room, so I did pull it into the office today and use it instead. And I put my standing desk on tall, and I put the phone holder tripod thing on it, so it would be above higher. So I think it turned out really good. I haven't watched the video back, obviously, because now I'm here doing the voiceover for this one. So, yeah. So just to recap, the prompts was trash to treasure, favorite supplies, in the garden, morning, monochrome, layered, and bordered. Now I am trying to basically just use up stickers that I had out because I just want to use them up. Like, I wish I was, like, creative free to be me. Like, honestly, like, I love her journal so much and how she journals, and she's, like, the all-star of creative journaling in my mind. Like, I've watched a few other people, but I don't know, they're just not the same. Like, the way they do it, I'm just not as happy, so I don't know. I mean, like, I do know, but I don't know, so. And look at that. I actually really like how that looks. You know, this probably is going to be one of those journals I just don't finish, per se. It'll just be like an art journal. So we'll see what happens. Look at that, tomato. I used some of these pictures. I love them so much, and I love this journal. And I don't know how people like journal, like write out their emotions and stuff in junk journals, and that is something I would like to explore further. But it would be a thing where I don't do it on camera because I have emotions that only a therapist should see. I shouldn't be laughing. It's not as funny as I should be, or as I want it to be. Okay, well, that is it. Here is a flip through of my journal / to see all of what I created for week 3. Thank you for hanging out this long. I know some of these can be tedious and kind of boring, but I have fun creating them, and I hope you had fun watching them, and I hope you created something too. I got distracted. So if you could do the 3 most helpful things in the world, can you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bells? I attempt to upload every week. Sometimes it's one video, sometimes it's multiple videos. It just depends on my time and what I get done. Bye, guys! Before I forget, tell me below how your junk journal July is going.